Hello, hello. Hope everybody's doing okay. Now, I was gonna go live throughout the day today. Didn't get a whole lot of sleep. Um, I decided I was just going to rest today. Um, but I felt like going ahead and going live now. I've been playing games here and there. I've been working on videos for my um for this channel actually and been trying to upload, so it's just been really um just one of them days I wanted to be lazy. I felt like I was entitled to be lazy today. Working a lot. Hello, Tanya. Amber, hello. Smoking Joey, hello. And but yeah, I wanted to go live for a minute. I'm used to what to being up at night anyway, and I gotta work in the morning, so that's not helping anything. And I kind of wanted to talk about a couple of things. Um, as much as there have been people saying they have been trying to get a job, and there has been, um, you guys know for the last few years, I've been without a job. I went, um, as much as you've been working, you need it. Yes, Tanya, I definitely needed the rest. Um, because you don't want to get burned out, especially working. And I keep seeing these comments that irk the hell out of me. Um, whether it be social media, people that I know in real life making comments about just the rate of pay that you start off with. And I really wanted to explain a few things. Hey, Raymond, it's good to see you. Welcome. There has been people that were dogging people for taking and accepting jobs that were below, I guess, $15 an hour or whatever. When you're in a situation like me, or you're in a desperate situation, um, that you need a job, that you need some, whether it be just something to do or you needed the money for something, you're gonna try to take whatever you can get. And it's up to you whether or not you find a different job while you're working, maybe higher pay or whatever, if that's your end goal. And um, a few people were talking about higher pay rates and all this other stuff. I made a comment to somebody that having a certain pay rate while looking for a job is kind of a catch 22 in my book. You get that higher rate of pay, but how many of us, when we get that higher rate of pay, enjoy the working environment that you're in, or the in or get along with the people that you work with? I personally been through that too before. Tanya can vouch for that. Um, technically it's not a higher rate of pay. It's just like when you get your check, it was bigger. Um, Me personally, my stance is it shouldn't matter what, depending on your situation, your circumstance. If you're looking for something and you're desperate to find a job, you would take whatever you can get, at least to start off with, have it be a footstep for something greater. And I am going to say I'm probably one of the luckiest people. I know that there's a lot of good working environments with good coworkers and management and whatnot. But they're far and few between. It seems like sometimes the higher rate of pay working in certain kinds of companies, you're not looked at as a person necessarily. Your direct managers might, but as a company, you are just another number. You can make suggestions, it fall on deaf ears. Um, where I'm working at, yeah, it's on the lower side. It is not minimum wage, but it's on the lower end of starting pay, um, starting rate of pay. But I have one of the best jobs I could personally ever have. It's a small environment. You've got a decent team that knows what they're doing. I've got several people that are very, very kind to me. The management is understanding of not only me, but everybody on the team. And I work my ass off there. I'm dedicated to it. Um, because I care, because it's just that kind of environment. For me, and I even had a conversation with my mom in talking about this. If I was to have worked anywhere else and got a lot more of a higher rate of pay starting out, they wouldn't have cared. They would have still made me work when I needed to have off. Hell, there would have been a lot more difficulty in even getting a job for myself because I have no transportation. It'd be a hell of a lot harder to get a job if I didn't get looked at to be hired at the job I'm at now. And I'm sticking up for the people that accept the lower rate of pay. But the pay shouldn't be the only thing. You're going to be there 6 to 8 hours a day. That's a quarter to a third of your entire day. At least 5 days a week, maybe more, depending. You want to have a job that you feel comfortable with, that you are okay with. Not everybody is going to like the same kind of environment. You might like a bigger environment where you're not the only one and there's a lot of people pulling their weight and all this other stuff. Or if you're like me, you like working in a smaller area. Everybody's taste is different. But don't diss the people that accept the lower rate of pay in any kind of job. And I've gotten offended by it. I seriously have, because where I work at, I would, and I have, worked every single day for at least a week or two. Hi, Autumn. Thank you, Raymond. I do greatly appreciate it. But I don't care who you are. Don't judge somebody that is trying, that is actively working and trying to, whatever their end goal is, they're trying to make themselves better by working. Don't make it harder for the people that are already working hard and trying their best at what they're trying to do, and that's making a living. I'm doing good on them. I've been taking today off, and today I decided I'm gonna stream just a little quick stream. And there's just been other things that have been irking me, but that was one of the biggest ones. And where I work at, I stand by them. I stand with them. We're a team. If somebody's having issues or something is going on personally with somebody, we all pick up the slack and we all work towards the end goal, which is to help the customers that do come in and help them. You know, some of them we help with groceries, taking them out, helping them find things. It doesn't matter. And we all pull our weight. We all pull our weight where I work at. And because I believe in this particular store, this particular team, I am going to say something if somebody starts dogging me for working or my rate of pay or anything like that, because I believe in them. I believe in what I'm personally doing and it is best for me. I'm already excelling in the company, and it's not by me asking, it's by me showing not only the dedication, the willing to work, it's interacting with everybody else in the team. It's me actively trying to learn more about the company and what the policies are. It's active. I'm just actively not only curious, but me trying to help the company out. And I get that, Autumn. I was in a job that it was really, really hard to get any breaks. Now, this store that I work at, we get breaks, we get, what we need to done as well. Um, it's not that like I'm working every single day nonstop. No, it's given the scenario, we get a choice of what we can do, and that's where I stand. As a team, we kind of put our heads together and figure out the best way to approach certain things, and it's definitely this kind of thing that I'm doing is a challenge, and it's a challenge every day, and it's a different kind of challenge every single time I work. And it does not bother me to be working all the time. It does not. And it makes me feel good to work. It makes me feel like I'm making some kind of difference, even if it's just a little bit of difference. And I'm at the point where, you know, I'm going to stand up and say something. Somebody dogging the kind of job I'm doing, I'm going to say something. And this is me saying something. I don't think it's fair for others to judge based on any kind of rate of pay. And it's really not anybody's business. You do not have to tell anybody your rate of pay. And when it comes to an employee, I think it's like other employers. necessarily need to know. But if you decide to give that information, other people shouldn't be judging that. I mean, people are talking about, oh, Walmart pays 16 to $20 an hour. Well, look at how big they are. But also look at where some of their cashiers' positions went to. Look at what even janitorial work has been cut and has I've seen those manless squeegee things, machines, roaming the stores, cleaning up, whether it's like to sweep up the dirt or somewhat like squeegee mop the store, whatever. I've seen that. That's taken a job away that could potentially feed a family or help somebody in their situation. In those kind of bigger businesses, you're just a number. Not necessarily to the direct management that's over you, but I'm talking like the bigger picture. But yeah, just don't dog other people. It makes me sad to hear it. And yes, and Tanya um can tell me right or wrong. We work really hard. Once we hit that door, it doesn't matter what kind of job you got. You're basically working your ass off. Um, each job is different. Each job has their quirks, the good and the bad. But the reason why I even got this job was just it wasn't out of desperation. It was kind of a challenge. And I am gonna say I kind of got challenged by something that was said by one of my best friends, and it was Ghost Dog. He had said something. I can't remember it verbatim, but it was in effect of like, because I was explaining I was looking for a job, and in some way, shape, or form, part of the reason why I wanted to get a job anyway was because I wanted to also help out people where I can, not just for me to get a car and to have transportation. It was to also help other people where I could. And it, the conversation ended up making me feel like it was a challenge. So I went all over the place to apply. Out of all the places I went to apply for a job, one came back, and that's the one I'm stuck with. Because they understand my situation, just like there's a lot of people that are in different situations. Um, and the management's willing to work with you. It was just it fit me. It fit me pretty good, and I'm very very thankful and glad to have the job I have. I wouldn't care if the kind of job that I had was scrubbing toilets all day. I would have to get used to that. But if I had no other choice and that was the only job available, I would do that. I would keep my head down away from everybody else if it was a stressful environment. Um, but I would still be working. And people don't realize that. People think because for years I've been sitting behind a computer making videos and socializing here on different platforms that I'm lazy. No, It's just the situation that I've been in has prevented me from getting a job. And sadly enough, that's what most people think. Hey, Jen, it is good to see you, sis. How are you? But yeah, that really bothered me. And there's been a couple other things that have been really bothering me. Um, I've been doing a lot of reflecting, as you guys know, or some of you know, through social media. From December 4th until around Valentine's Day of this year, just in a 2 or 3 month span, I lost quite a few people in my family that were close to me. And what's got me thinking more recently was the video that I put together. It makes me really sad. I'm still grieving over them. And I know people say pick up and move on and get over it. There's no getting over grief. Everybody grieves differently. People can cry for 2 or 3 days and then pick themselves up and act like nothing's happened and then move on with life. The grieving process is you still have that hole there, that light has been extinguished, but you have to learn to live with that. And within that grieving process, you learn to work alongside of having that grief. It is never ending and it will never stop. And it's heartbreaking that people are like that have that kind of mentality just to get over it and keep moving forward. Yes, move forward. Your world may be shattered in that moment by losing somebody, but you're still living, you're still breathing. You may have responsibilities that you need to take care of. Those things do need to be taken care of. But there is no expiration date whatsoever on the grieving process. I miscarried back in 2010, 2 different times. And I still grieve over them today. Over my, and I will say over my own children, people say that may be stupid, but one of my girls would have been 12 this year. And another one would be 10, 11 years old. And it's very hurtful that people think you got to suck it up and move on. It's not that easy, and I know that for a fact. But me miscarrying is just one example of the grief that I still carry. And then I have my family members that are gone now. It's hard to learn to deal with that kind of grief and still move on. It's always going to be there. And it makes me sad to see that there are people that are, whether they mean to or not, it's pretty insensitive to say things like that, especially when somebody's hurting and things are fresh, like it's just a few months fresh. I love you, Jen. Exactly, Raymond. It is not easy. There are stages you go through, you may fall backwards and then you then you get a little bit better, and it's just a never ending process. Everybody has lost somebody. And sometimes time will help you heal to a point, but it will never help heal the fact you're grieving over a loss. And yeah, I agree and disagree at the same time, Jen, on that time will help heal it. Time may make things a little easier. Um, but the way I look at it, it doesn't always completely heal. And hello, Amanda. It's good to see you. It is never easy. But I've had people on social media say things that are so hard not to just jump in. And a lot of people that are in this chat know what I'm talking about. I will dig my claws into people figuratively in the chat when something does rub me the wrong way. Most of you guys know that. I do have a little bit of an anger thing. I'm still working on it. I lose my patience very easily with some people. Aggravating as it is, eventually I get over it, but I stay ticked off. And I'm trying to fix that of myself. And having a job helps me refocus, and it helps me in a lot of ways. Like while I'm working, I don't worry about anything else. I just worry about the job, and it gives me a little distance on whatever situation I'm dealing with. And in a way, that's a blessing in itself. Being busy enough to calm down and get myself in a better mindset to go back and rethink about things. But enough of me, I guess what somebody would say is bitching. I just wanted to come on and talk to you guys, hang out with y'all for a minute. Um, update on my, I guess you could say it's kind of like sickness. I had abscess teeth. I have two different places that are abscessed. I'm almost done with the antibiotic. I'm feeling better. I'm not the greatest, but I'm feeling better. And um I'm still working on trying to get an appointment for a dentist to pull them suckers out. Because them things, it's going to come back with a vengeance. It's going to be even worse than it was this time. And as dedicated as I've been, I worked through that pain while I was at work. That stuff can be really serious if it's not taken care of right away, because it can spread. And it can spread into your bloodstream, and it can make your health go downhill really quickly. So if anybody has any abscess teeth, you're too stubborn to go to the doctor or the hospital, you might want to get checked out. And I'm being dead serious on that. Hi, Miss Canadian Scrapper. It's been a long time. It's so great to see you. But yeah, today I've just been lazy because it's going to be my only day off for a few days, and I don't know how I'm going to do with work. Um, the kind of job that I do, I'm kind of in management, but not the main management. And it's always a challenge. It definitely has been a while, Miss Canadian Scrapper. And you guys, if you have not checked each other out, please do. There's Miss Canadian Scrapper does a lot of very interesting videos and streams. I'm not sure about the streaming though. I hadn't seen you pop up too much on my YouTube notifications. But then again, notifications have not really come out um like they should. And I know even for me, I get that as well. But yeah, for real, it's just been a very interesting last, like, I would say just a couple weeks for me. And I definitely don't want to get burned out of my job. You guys, the other night when I got home from work and I happened to go on another person's panel and I explained I've been having some experiences um that are paranormal where I work. Oh wow, that is so cool. I'll definitely try to make it. I'm not sure when I'll be able to because of work, but I will do everything I can to come to it. But today I also got to play um one of my games that my sister has graciously got for me. And it was me, her, and her husband playing this game. Now, this game is based off of like a cartoon from like the MTV channel back in the 90s. And this game is really hard. Oh, great, Van Life Biker. I'm so happy for you. Just definitely take care of your eyes and um, just be careful. I know with any kind of surgery, you do have to have little follow up stuff and get yourself make sure you heal up right. But I'm just happy that it was successful. Yeah, I've been enjoying work. I've been enjoying spending time with I call her my school bestie. Now she's like a coworker bestie. We she's another sister of mine, just like Jen is. And we've just, we've been working hard. Mine's been nonstop. You guys will see me come into a stream and say, "Hey, I'll leave," and it's because um either I'm at work or I am on a break and I can't stay. But I come in to at least say hello. And I do try to share out if my internet allows me to. So I've been doing a lot. Oh, another thing. I got me a little, it's like a Fitbit tracker, but it's not the name Fitbit. It's a fitness tracker, and I have somehow managed to get it to connect to my phone. And this thing will buzz at me. It vibrates a little bit to let me know if I got notifications or text messages. And I'm like, this is incredible. How in the hell is it doing it? Don't know. Wasn't even a one. Well, I think your threshold of pain is very low. I know some people get really uncomfortable with that, having that kind of surgery. But I'm glad that it's low, and I'm glad that you're feeling a lot better and you can see. Um I've seen a difference that it makes in people's lives that have that kind of surgery, going from not being able to see to seeing everything. And it's like, if you hadn't seen like that in a while, it's just, it takes you, makes you step back a little bit. But the videos, you guys, that I'm going to be putting out, one of them, well, one type of series is, I'm calling it a girls' day out. It was me, my sister, and my mom. We decided to have this little trip to Asheville, and we got to do an experience that I feel like, it's all around. I know it's all around, the world, but not as many people has been able to see it. And it deals with people, different artists, and their paintings, and in a lot of ways it celebrates their lives. And it's amazing how they do it, and it makes the art come alive. And so I wanted to share with you guys some of the things that me and my sister and my mom got to experience, because that is like very slim chance that anybody can completely afford to be able to do stuff like that. So the series of Girls' Day Out is going to be 2 separate videos, because it was a lot of footage. All of it was taken from my phone. Did some research for you, and the best bang for your buck is a Dodge minivan, 2000 or newer. Oh, that sounds cool. Definitely going to be looking into that. I've been working on eyeballing. I get right now. I'm eyeballing Facebook Marketplace. I'm also getting calls from these a couple of used car places. So I got to go check that stuff out. Search for one less than 120 miles. You should get a lot of it. Yes. I'm the type, I try my best to budget my money and have everything revolve around when I get paid, so that way it's already taken out. But when I did have a vehicle, even if I was to, even if I was to have, with these cars anyway that I've had, no matter how much regular maintenance I did for it, it didn't help much. And it makes me so discouraged. They get gray MPG too. Oh, nice. Definitely taking that into consideration. Um, and definitely gonna look into it around here. So, yeah, been doing pretty good. Oh, and another little mini series that I'm gonna do is the other night I was given permission to go ahead and um, record my gameplay of a game with a couple other people in it, and it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a two-part thing because it was like an hour-long gameplay. I didn't want to cut it or edit it much. I was gonna let it roll. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Um, Definitely an eye opener, especially at the end of game. At least came close to an eye opener. Uh, what else is going on? Oh, and I'm slowly getting things for my cosplay together. Cosplay that I've done. Um, done decided what I'm gonna do. And I think you guys are gonna be very surprised at the kind of cosplay I'm gonna do because it's gonna initially start here on YouTube and it's gonna end up going also to TikTok. So you guys are gonna be like, what? Basically, what my YouTube is gonna have is kind of a story with this cosplay character, and it's gonna meld over into my TikTok. So you guys are gonna be thinking it's gonna be cool. Watching you and Herman the Great. Well, I hope he's having a good stream. And I greatly appreciate you being here. And I know it gets boring with me just being a name on the live stream. You guys don't get to see me. You guys know the reason why. It just is, as a streamer, it gets frustrating because I want you guys to be able to see me. I do. Not huge, definitely double for a van build. Yes. And that is one thing I would like to do is have a vehicle that I can kind of live in it if I have to, if I'm going to travel. All I need is the money for gas. Learn some places to be able to park it and just be able to stay safe. That's a couple of the biggest issues I have when I go traveling is being safe and just making sure I have a place to rest for a little bit. So, but yeah, today's been interesting. The game that I played with my sister and her husband, we finished the game. We beat the game. It's the first time that I think I've beaten the game with my sister and her husband. Definitely a great moment. Wish I could have recorded it, but I know how on the privacy issue they wouldn't have enjoyed it. So, but yes, I would enjoy making a van build just for me to be able to travel with and be able to kind of camp out type of situation and just be able to travel. But yeah, my Discord keeps dinging nonstop and it's aggravating me. It's probably one of the new servers that I got into today, but that's okay. But I'm going to end up turning notifications off of it anyway soon. But this fitness tracker, I'm hoping to be a little more accurate than just my phone. It's good and everything, but it's bulky, and I might not always have the space to be able to hold on to my phone um in like pants pockets or whatever. But I'm looking forward to it. I want to see how much I can push myself to maybe exercise a little more. I've kind of plateaued where I'm starting to look a little smaller, but my weight is still the same. And I guess because I've been um haven't used muscles in a while, my body's always going to be sore. And it's at that point where I'm kind of it's like, come on, let me do what I got to do. Body says no. So very interesting, and hoping that I will get back into a groove and start losing some weight. It's going to take a little bit of time though. I'm just ready for it. Like, I've been gung ho about it, and I used to be really, before I started getting off and on sick, like different things happening, like allergies, and then I had issues with my sinuses, and a lot of that is because of my teeth. Now I've got that infection I'm getting over. I'm definitely trying to get healthier and get myself in a better position to not really have to worry for a long time about my health. Like, just be able to keep an eye on my health and continue to live life without having issues or many issues. So, but I will say at some point I am going to have, with the help of one of my very, very good best friends, it's going to be kind of a takeover, but it's also going to be us playing a game live stream. This is going to be interesting in that you guys are going to be seeing their gameplay, but you're going to see me in it. You're going to hear it in conversation, just like you do on videos. It's just going to be a little different, and it's going to be live stream. Welcome back, Raymond. But yeah, that's just me. And everything else that I do. Definitely be looking forward to those videos that are going to be coming out. I'm not sure when I'm going to be putting them out, but I am definitely going to be putting them out as a premiere, so you guys can talk to me. Especially during the Girls Day Out videos. If you have questions about something during the premiere, feel free to ask me. I'm not going to bite your head off. Because I'm always open for that kind of thing. Always have been. Yes, I get upset. Probably some of it is my fault. I might take certain things away a certain way, but for the most part, I'm easygoing, go with the flow type of person until you piss me off. Always been that way. I do have a little bit of anger issues with anger, and I think a lot of it's more frustration because I have issues with being able to communicate effectively without getting emotional. And that is something I've been having to work on. Seriously work on. Other people can say other things, but that is me telling you out of the horse's mouth. As far as other news, there's really not much other news going on. But especially since a couple days ago, I did do another live stream, just hanging out, chilling. But definitely ready for I'm basically ready for anything that gets thrown at me. I always somehow manage to adapt and evolve and still get, if something happens and I hit a brick wall with one option, I always find another option and go around and avoid the obstacle, or I jump over that obstacle. I always have been that way. So, but yeah, definitely the place I work at has some things happening that I've been kind of wondering about, and it's just been odd stuff, and I'm like, and it's just out of the blue. So at some point, I will talk about those. Not sure when though, but I'm gonna do what I can. But until then, I guess I am going to jump off of here for now. I definitely care about each and every one of you guys. You guys, please stay safe. And if you are like van life there, just had surgery not too long ago, you guys be careful, and healing prayers to you guys. Um, Greatly appreciate all the support and love you guys have given me. It's definitely appreciated, but it's, I have my down days. I have a lot of down days. And part of it is some of my situations that I'm in or interact with, and they get to me a lot. And know I need to learn to stop letting stuff get to me so bad. I'm working on it. But until next time, I hope everybody has a good night. You guys take care, and I love y'all.